Please listen to this, because without the Lord, you'll have nothing.
My South African brothers and sisters, under the influence of sangomas and corrupt spiritual leaders and misinformed or uneducated spiritual leaders in matters of religion, and by religion I meant monotheism, as it was taught and understood by Moses, Jesus, Abraham, Solomon, David, Adam, and Prophet Muhammad. May peace and blessings of Allah be upon them all. The sangomas or witch doctors and the likes of ZCC, 12 Apostles, Shembe, Zion, and others like them. For many, many years, they have been telling our African brothers and sisters that whenever they encounter difficulties in their lives or they want to show gratitude to their ancestors, they should go to the anthills, they should go to the wilderness and find anthills. On those anthills or in them, they should pour sorghum beer, snuff or beer, burn sages or impepo, slaughter a chicken or a goat or a cow, break a dumpy-sized bottle of Coke, which they call king size. All of this and more. The Sangomas and the ZCCs and all like them, they claim that once you have done so, then you can supplicate and ask whatever that you want from your ancestors. Then you will get it.
They have turned to evil in a very explicit way. The context was obvious. They have turned to Satanism.
In Ecclesiastes 9 verse 5 it reads, "For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not anything. The dead know not anything. Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is forgotten." Also, their love and their hatred and their envy is now perished. Neither have they any more a portion forever in anything that is done under the sun. The one and only true God who has created you and your ancestors is telling you and I that our ancestors, as dead as they are, they do not know anything. Whatsoever that is happening to you now, they have no knowledge of it. They cannot hear or talk back to you, neither can you hear them. The foods and drinks which you are offering them, they cannot benefit from them.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
In chapter 35 of the Quran, Ayah 22 or verse 22, our Creator says, "Nor are equal the living and the dead. Allah causes whomever He wills to hear, but you cannot make those who are in their graves or who are in the graves hear. You are only a warner. We sent you with the truth, a bearer of good news, and a warner. There is no community but a warner has passed through it. If they disbelieve you, those before them also disbelieved. Their messengers came to them with the clear proofs, with psalms, and with enlightening scripture. In the book of Jeremiah 33 verse 3, God says, "Call to me, I will answer you." In the book of Psalms 95 verse 6, it reads, "Oh come, let us worship and bow down. Let us kneel before the Lord, our Maker." So the 12 apostles, ZCCs, Zion, Shembe, and all African Christian cults, they are all inviting you to the worshipping of the deceased, which are ancestors. They are all inviting you to worshipping amadlozi, which are familiar spirits or jinn. They are inviting you to worship creation, human beings, which are their bishops, which are prophets, such as Jesus, his mother, and so on and so forth. Just because you love your ancestors, it doesn't mean that you should worship them or pray to them. You can simply pray for them. And just because of you love Jesus, that doesn't mean you should pray to Him. You can pray for Him. May God's peace and blessings be upon Him and His Blessed Mother. So, if you truly love Jesus and His Blessed Mother, then be upon the religion or the methodology of worshipping God as they were subscribed to. They were simply submitted to the will of God. So you too, submit to the will of God. And how? Islam is how? Because Islam means submission to the will of our Creator.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
In the Bible, in the book of Matthew 7 verse 21, Jesus says, "Not everyone that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doth the will of my Father which is in heaven." In the Bible, in the book of Mark 3 verse 35, Jesus said, "For whosoever shall do the will of God, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother." My sincerest advice to all of you, my brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, submit to the will of God while you still have a chance. Do not delay, do not procrastinate. Do so before death overtakes you. Do so before illness overtakes you. Do so before any of the calamities overtakes you.
Please listen to this, because without the Lord, you'll have nothing.